All right, let's talk about something huge. Artificial intelligence. It's not just a cool new gadget. It's completely rewriting the rules of learning, what it means to be original, and even the very idea of academic integrity. So let's kick things off with a really big question. It sounds simple on the surface, but trust me, in the age of AI, it's anything but. When is an idea truly yours? I mean, when you use a tool that can think and write for you, where's the line? Where does its help end and your own work actually begin? And look, this isn't some sci-fi movie scenario we're talking about for the future. Nope. AI has already kicked down the classroom door. It's here, right now, and it's a super powerful presence in education today. Just think about it for a second. AI can brainstorm your next essay or chew through massive datasets that would literally take a person years to get through. This tech is putting academic work on hyperdrive. I mean, a speed we have just never seen before. It's completely changing the game for both students and researchers. But, with great power comes, well, a pretty big challenge. And this one hits right at the heart of education, at one of its most fundamental principles, academic integrity. I mean, for hundreds of years, the rules were pretty clear, right? Academic integrity was all about intellectual honesty. The deal was simple. Do your own work, show your own understanding, and if you use someone else's idea, you give them credit. That's it. Originality and honesty. And then generative AI shows up and just erases that line in the sand. All of a sudden, the difference between getting a little help and having the work completely done for you is, well, it's gone. It's totally blurred. Seriously, when an algorithm can spit out a perfect, human-sounding essay in like 10 seconds, what does your own work even mean anymore? So yeah, this lands us right in the middle of a huge dilemma, a debate that's happening in basically every single school and university on the planet right now. Is this technology a massive threat to how we learn, or is it a revolutionary new tool? And you can really feel the tension here. On one hand, you've got some pretty serious risks. If we lean on it too much, our own critical thinking muscles could get weak. Plus, these things can just make stuff up. They call them hallucinations, where the AI confidently spits out total fiction. But then you look at the other side, and the rewards are massive. It's like having the world's best brainstorming partner, a tireless research assistant, and it frees you up to focus on the big, creative, strategic thinking. And that quote right there really nails the core of the danger, doesn't it? The biggest fear is that if we don't get this right, we're going to end up with a whole generation of graduates who are experts at using the tech, but they're intellectually underprepared. They'll know how to push the buttons, but not how to think for themselves. And that's the whole point of education, right? Okay, so how do we deal with this? Well, the answer isn't to just ban the technology or stick our heads in the sand. That's not going to work. It's about getting past the fear and starting to write a completely new playbook for how education works in the age of AI. So, what does that new playbook look like? Well, the path forward seems to be this proactive three-part approach, and it all starts with number one, setting some clear guidelines. Yeah, everything has to start with clarity. Look, just banning it across the board, that's not realistic and it's not going to work. What schools need are smart, thoughtful policies that clearly spell out what's okay and what's not. They need to figure out how and when students should cite their AI assistant, just like they'd cite a book or a website. Okay, next up, the teachers and professors themselves have to change their game. If the final essay can just be whipped up by an AI, well, then you've got to stop grading just the essay. You have to start grading the process of getting there. We're talking more oral presentations where a student has to actually defend their ideas on the spot, or in-class assignments where you can see their brain working in real time. The whole idea is to create assignments that are basically AI-proof, forcing the focus back onto real, genuine learning. And this is really the key takeaway here. The goal is not to kick AI out of the classroom. Honestly, that ship has sailed. The real mission is to weave it into learning in a smart way, to turn it from a cheat code into a powerful sidekick. And you know what makes that work? Openness. A culture where students and teachers can actually talk about how they're using these amazing, powerful new tools. So when you step back and look at the big picture, you realize this isn't just about a new app or a new website. This is a massive, fundamental, seismic shift in our entire relationship with knowledge and learning. It's a full-on cultural transformation. And the schools that are going to win in this new world, they're the ones who figure out the balancing act, how to embrace all this incredible innovation while doubling down on accountability and integrity. Those are the places that will produce graduates who aren't just tech-savvy, but are also thoughtful, ethical human beings. Which, of course, leaves us with the big, final question. And it's one for all of us to think about. As these AI tools get smarter and more woven into every part of our lives, how are we? All right, let's talk about something huge: artificial intelligence. It's not